In this video, we're going to go over some real-world examples of the primitive mind's response that we call flight. Now, you may have done one of these examples or maybe done all of these examples at one point or even every day throughout your life. Or you've never done any of these examples because you don't actually have a subconscious mind because you're a robot. And you're the reason why we have to click "I'm not a robot" whenever we're doing a captcha on the internet. Nonetheless, we're going to go through the examples and then we'll talk briefly about it. And we're going to first start off with really honing in the idea that all of these responses within the primitive mind all deal with or stem from the concept of self-preservation. But I want to specifically put that within the flight response, self-preservation. Next, physically leaving a space, leaving a room when an argument escalates, getting away from someone who feels threatening, avoiding a crowded or noisy space, keeping yourself busy to avoid sitting with uncomfortable feelings, burying yourself in work to avoid feelings, over-exercising to avoid feelings, having an endless amount of errands to complete to avoid feelings, distracting yourself with things when stress or traumatic memories arise, endlessly scrolling on your phone to avoid stressful or traumatic memories, playing video games to avoid stressful or traumatic memories, binge watching content to avoid stressful or traumatic memories, overthinking or excessively planning to outrun uncertainty, avoiding eye contact or leaving conversations early when feeling anxious, ghosting people instead of addressing conflict, skipping gatherings, calls, or messages to avoid discomfort or potential rejection, daydreaming or mentally checking out when a situation feels threatening, feeling restless, jittery, or needing to move around because stillness feels unsafe, using caffeine as a numbing substance to escape emotions, using alcohol, drugs, or nicotine as a numbing substance to escape emotions. And these are just some examples of the flight response. And I hope that brings you some clarity with really understanding exactly what it is that we're talking about. Breathing, journaling, and seeing a hypnotherapist are excellent avenues to take when it comes to combating that flight response. But also you need to understand that it's not about eliminating this response because it is a survival mechanism. It ultimately is in our best interest to have this response. It's more so about understanding and taking control for when you want to get into that response and when you don't.